Take a quiet breath. Look at your life for a moment, not the part you show others, but the one only you and God know. You've been praying, trying to stay faithful, doing everything you thought was right, yet something feels off. The peace you once had feels distant. Opportunities have slowed down. Even the people you counted on have grown quiet. And you whisper, "Did I miss God's voice? Did I take a wrong turn?" But here's the truth, you're not lost. You're not off track, you're right where you need to be. God's path rarely looks like the one we imagined because He leads through preparation before promotion. Today I want to show you 7 signs that you're still walking His path, even when it doesn't feel like it. Sign 1. Resistance increases after obedience. You thought saying yes to God would make life smoother, but the moment you surrendered, the pressure grew. People began to misunderstand you, plans started falling apart, the nights grew longer. But that's because the enemy doesn't fight what isn't a threat. The moment you turned your heart toward obedience, you became visible to darkness. The struggle I send proof that you re-abandoned it as evidence that you re-dangerous to the enemy. Pressure is not punishment, it's preparation. When God starts stretching you, He's strengthening what He plans to build on. Sign 2. People begin to fall away. The next sign is painful. Relationships begin to fade. Friends who once supported you now question you. People you trusted begin to distance themselves. But don't mistake separation for loss. God removes people who can't survive your next season. Some were attached to your comfort, not your calling. When your spirit grows, your circle shrinks, not because you've changed for the worse, but because you're no longer fitting where you used to. Stop chasing who God has already released. When the wrong people leave, the right ones finally have space to enter. Sign 3. You find peace in silence. You used to crave noise, music, podcasts, constant advice, but now, stillness feels sacred. You're learning to listen to the quiet voice inside, the one that whispers peace instead of panic. God often speaks in stillness, not in noise. When you start cherishing solitude more than spotlight, you're maturing. You no longer need public confirmation when you already have private conviction. That's growth. That's divine intimacy. Sign 4. You're being stripped, not punished. Sometimes it feels like everything's being taken away. Opportunities close, finances tighten, people disappear. But this isn't destruction, it's pruning. God removes what you've outgrown. He cuts away comfort so that true character can rise. You're not being buried, you're being planted. What feels like loss today is making space for what's coming next. When God rebuilds, He never uses weak material. Sign 5. Obedience matters more than results. You used to pray, "God, give me what I want." Now your prayer sounds more like, "God, give me what you want for me." That shift is powerful. You're learning that obedience brings peace even when it doesn't bring quick rewards. You forgive without an apology. You give without recognition. You trust without understanding. Faith isn't about seeing results first, it's about believing before results appear. Sign 6. You start looking more like Christ, your heart softens, your reactions slow. You care less about proving yourself and more about carrying love wherever you go. Every setback shapes your humility. Every delay deepens your patience. You start finding joy in small things, prayer, quiet mornings, simple gratitude. That's transformation. The world may not applaud, but heaven notices. You're beginning to reflect God's nature, compassion, peace, forgiveness. Sign 7. You find strength in what once broke you. There comes a moment when what used to crush you no longer has power. The pain that once defined you now becomes your testimony. The loneliness that used to scare you now becomes your secret place with God. You start to understand peace isn't the absence of problems. It's the awareness that you're never alone in them. Every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every quiet night, it's all been part of your becoming. So, if you're in that confusing season, don't give up. You're not lost. You're being led. You're not rejected. You're being redirected. You're not punished. You're being prepared. The narrow road will never feel easy, but it will always lead home. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Because the road you're on, as rough as it seems, might just be the exact road God chose to refine you. If this message spoke to your heart, don't scroll away quietly. Share in the comments which part resonated with your spirit. And if you want more truth like this each week, subscribe, because this space isn't about comfort, it's about growth. Stay faithful, stay grounded. You're not breaking, you're becoming.